Hello mga math-aaral! Welcome to my Taglish step-by-step math video tutorials. In this video, I am going to discuss proposition symbols. We will be able to learn proposition symbols, define negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, and biconditional propositions, and express propositions from symbols to English statements and vice versa. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na to, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more updates of general mathematics video tutorials. What are logical operators or logical connectors? Some propositions are just like compound sentences in language, which have connectives. In logic, these are called logical connectors, also known as logical operators, meaning these are words used in propositions or compound propositions, or it can be symbols used to denote propositions, especially when we write propositions or compound propositions in symbolic forms. The following are the different logical operators. In the discussion, consider the propositions P and Q. So the first logical operator is the negation. Negation means it's the opposite of a given statement. For example, the statement is, Anna is a dancer. So the negation of this statement is, Anna is not a dancer. So the negation of a proposition P is denoted by this symbol. So this symbol is the symbol for negation. This symbol can be translated or read as the following. Not P. It is not the case that P. It is false that P. Or it is not true that P. So memorize by heart the symbol for negation, which is this one. Second is the conjunction. The symbol for conjunction is this one. It is just like inverted V. In the conjunction, the propositions P and Q are called conjuncts. So this symbol can be translated or read as the following. P and Q. P moreover Q. P although Q. P is still Q. P also Q. P furthermore Q. P nevertheless Q. P however Q. P but Q. And P yet Q. So memorize by heart all the translation and the symbol for conjunction, which is this one. Third is the disjunction. The symbol for disjunction is this one. It is just like letter V. In the disjunction, the propositions P and Q are called disjuncts. So this symbol can be translated or read as P or Q. P unless Q. So memorize by heart the translations and symbol for disjunction, which is this one. The fourth logical operator is the conditional. The symbol for conditional is this one. In the conditional, the proposition P is the hypothesis and Q is the conclusion. So this symbol can be translated or read as the following. If P, then Q. P implies Q. P is a sufficient condition for Q. Q if P. Q follows from P. Q provided P. Or Q whenever P. So memorize by heart all the translations for conditional and the symbol, which is this one. And the last logical operator is biconditional. The symbol for biconditional is this one. The biconditional of the propositions P and Q is denoted by this symbol. And this symbol is translated or read as the following. P if and only if Q. P if and only if Q. And P is equivalent to Q. Please memorize by heart all the translation and the symbol for biconditional, which is this one. Now, let us translate these propositional symbols in English statements. So we let P is the proposition. Robin can dance. Q is the proposition. Tom can play basketball. So I place my hints here so we could translate propositional symbols easily into English statements or vice versa. So if the symbol is this one, it is negation. And our keyword is the word not. And if the symbol used is this one, the inverted V, it is conjunction. And our keyword is the word N. So pag nakita nyo na ito ang symbol, ang basa na dito ay N. So we have P, N, Q. Next, if ang symbol naman ay letter V, it is disjunction. So ang basa natin sa symbol na letter V is the word or. So ang keyword natin ay or. So we read this as P or Q. At pag ang symbol naman natin ay ito, it is conditional. So we read this as if P, then Q. So ang keyword natin pag ito ang symbol ay if, then. Next, pag ganitong symbol naman, ito ay biconditional. At ang keyword natin ay IFF, or this can be read as if and only if. So we read this symbol as P if and only if Q. Now, let us translate number 1 into English statement. So, mapapansin ninyo, ang ginamit na symbol ay letter V. So, pag letter V, it is disjunction. At ang basa natin sa symbol na V ay the word or. Ang keyword natin ay or. So, we read this as P or Q. So, let us now translate P or Q into English statements. So, ang P natin, ang proposition P natin ay Robin can dance. So, let us just copy the proposition P, which is Robin can dance. Yan, Robin can dance. Next is, ang symbol natin ay V. Ang keyword natin sa symbol na V ay the word or. So, palitan natin yung V natin dito ng word or. Next, we have the proposition Q. And the proposition Q is Tom can play basketball. So, let us just copy the proposition Q. Tom can play basketball. So, the English translation of this symbol is Robin can dance or Tom can play basketball. Next, number 2. We have P and the symbol inverted V. So, it is conjunction. And our keyword for conjunction is the word N. So, we read this as P, N. Next, we have this symbol. Ang symbol na ito ay symbol ng negation. And we read this symbol as the word not. So, ang basa na natin dito ay not Q. So, if we read this again, we have P, N, not Q. So, let us translate these symbols into English statement. First is yung P. Ang proposition P natin ay Robin can dance. So, let us just copy Robin can dance. Next ay yung ating symbol ng conjunction, which is the inverted V. Ang keyword natin sa inverted V ay yung word na N. So, I will write N. Next is the negation of Q, not Q. Negation means it is the opposite, kabaligtaran ng ating statement. Ang statement natin ng Q ay Tom can play basketball. So, the negation of Tom can play basketball is Tom cannot play basketball. I repeat, negation means it is the opposite of the statement. So, the opposite of can is cannot. So, we have here, Tom cannot play basketball. So, the English statement for this symbol is Robin can dance and Tom cannot play basketball. Now, let's have number 3. So, we have this. This symbol is the symbol for negation. And the keyword for negation is the word not. So, we read this as not P. Next, this symbol is the symbol for disjunction. And this symbol can be read as the word or. So, we read this symbol as or. Next, Again, this symbol is for negation. And the keyword for negation is not. So we read this as not Q. Let's read it again. Not P or not Q. So let's translate this mathematical statement into English statement. First is the not P, negation of P. Negation means it's the opposite of the statement. So yung statement natin ng P is Robin can dance. So yung opposite ng can is cannot. So not P is written as Robin cannot dance. So we have Robin cannot dance. And this symbol, the keyword is or. So we write or. Next, negation of Q. Our Q is Tom can play basketball. The negation of this or opposite of this statement is Tom cannot play basketball. Again, the opposite of can is cannot. So the English translation for this mathematical statement is Robin cannot dance or Tom cannot play basketball. Next, we have number 4. So the symbol used is the symbol for conditional. And the keyword for conditional is if, then. So if P, our P is Robin can dance, so we write if Robin can dance. Then, our Q, Tom can play basketball. So we use if and then Tom can play basketball. I repeat, the keyword for conditional is if, then. So we have here, if our P, Robin can dance, then our Q is Tom can play basketball. So the English statement for this mathematical statement is, if Robin can dance, then Tom can play basketball. Next, number 5, we have here this symbol. And this symbol is for biconditional. And we read this symbol or statement as P if and only if Q. So the keyword to be used is if and only if. So we have P. Our P is Robin can dance. So we write Robin can dance. And our keyword, IFF, stands for if and only if. Then our Q is Tom can play basketball. So we write Tom can play basketball. So the English statement for this mathematical statement is Robin can dance if and only if Tom can play basketball. Now, let's do it the other way around. But bear in mind the following notes. So we have note, guidelines in using grouping symbols. First, we have parentheses are used whenever the word but goes with the word and the word either goes with the word or. I repeat, gagamitin lamang ang parenthesis kapag yung word but goes with the word and the word either goes with the word or. Next, we have neither P nor Q, not either P or Q, both P or Q are not, is denoted by these symbols. Meaning, kapag yung mga salita ay ito, neither P nor Q, not either P or Q, but P or Q are not, automatic na ito yung gagamitin na symbols. So, let's have example. A is the proposition. He has a green thumb. B is the proposition. He is a senior citizen. So, express each proposition in symbols. So, let's have number 1. He has a green thumb and he is a senior citizen. So, from the two propositions, yung he has a green thumb ay proposition A. So, isulat natin yung A. So, we have here A. Then, we have here the word and. Ang and ay keyword for this symbol. The inverted V. At yung he is a senior citizen is the proposition B. So, we write here B. So, we have now the proposition A and proposition B. A and B. Now, let's have number 2. He does not have a green thumb or he is not a senior citizen. So, we have here, he does not have a green thumb. So, mapapansin ninyo na itong he does not have a green thumb is the opposite or negation of he has a green thumb. Kasi dito, ang words ay he has. And then dito ay he does not have. So, it's a negation. So, the symbol for negation is this one. So, since ito ay proposition A, we have negation A or not A. Next, the word is or. And this or is for disjunction. And the symbol for or is this one. Yung parang letter V. So, we write here, letter V as the symbol for or. Next, he is not a senior citizen. So, as you can see, yung he is not a senior citizen ay opposite naman or negation ng ating proposition B. Kasi dito, he is. Samantalang dito ay he is not. So, it's the negation. So, yung symbol ng negation ay eto. And since he is not a senior citizen is proposition B, so we write here B. So, we have not A or not B. So, this is now the mathematical symbol or mathematical statement for this English statement. Next, number 3. Neither does he have a green thumb nor he is a senior citizen. Mapapansin ninyo, meron tayong word na neither. At dito sa ating guidelines, kapag yung mga words ay neither P nor Q, ang kanyang magiging mathematical symbols ay ito. So, tignan natin kung ito nga bang statement na to ay tulad ng neither P nor Q. So, we have the word neither at yung ating he have a green thumb ay ang ating proposition A. So, neither A na siya. Then, the word nor, he is a senior citizen ay proposition B naman natin. So, neither A nor B na siya. Tama? So, ang magiging mathematical statement natin ay eto. Papalitan lamang natin yung P and Q ng A, B. Kasi yung proposition na ginamit ay A and B. So, we have this symbol. Palitan lang natin yung P at Q ng A, B. So, we have now this one. Let's solve number 4. If he has a green thumb, then he is not a senior citizen. As you can see, we have the word if and then. If there is if and then, it is conditional. And the symbol for conditional is this one. So we have, he has a green thumb is the proposition A. So we write A. And then the symbol for if then is this one. Then we have, he is not a senior citizen. He is not. As you can see, this statement is the negation or opposite of our proposition B. So since it is the negation because of the word he is not, and this one is he is, we use the symbol for negation, which is this one. So ito siya. And then, he is a senior citizen is the proposition B. So we have B. So this is now the mathematical statement for this English statement. If he has a green thumb, then he is not a senior citizen. Next, the last, we have, he is a senior citizen, yet he does not have a green thumb. So he is a senior citizen is the proposition B. So we write B, and the word yet is the keyword for conjunction. So we write the symbol inverted V as the symbol of the word yet. Then we have, he does not have a green thumb. Since we have he does not have, it is the negation of our proposition A, which is he has a green thumb. So the symbol for negation is this one. So we write here, and it is the proposition A. He has a green thumb. So we have not A. So this mathematical statement is the translation of he is a senior citizen, yet he does not have a green thumb. Let's have activity number 2. Directions. Write a negation for each statement. Negation means it's the opposite of a given statement. Kabaligtaran nung binigay na statement. Number 1. A is the proposition. Mark received a text message from his friend. So the opposite of the word receive is did not receive. So the negation for proposition A is Mark did not receive a text message from his friend. Number 2. B is the proposition. Turtles do not have claws. The opposite of the words do not have is have. So the negation of the proposition B is turtles have claws. Number 3. C is the proposition. All horses have manes. The opposite of the word have is do not have or don't have. So the negation of proposition C is all horses don't have manes. Number 4. D is the proposition. pine trees do not produce pine cones. The opposite for do not produce is produce. So the negation of proposition D is pine trees produce pine cones. And the last, number 5, E is the proposition. Rita likes asparagus. The word likes, the opposite of this is does not like. So the negation of E is Rita does not like asparagus. Let's have activity number 3. Write the statements in symbolic forms. Let P is the proposition, the tent is pitch. Q is the proposition, the bonfire is burning. Number 1. If the tent is pitch, then the bonfire is burning. As you can see, we have the keyword if and then. If, then is the keyword for this symbol. So, yung tent is pitch is our P, proposition P. At yung symbol na gagamitin natin ay ito because of the keyword if, then. Bonfire is burning is for Q. So, we write Q. So, our symbol now is P. If P, then Q. Number 2. The bonfire is burning or the tent is pitch. So, yung keyword natin dito ay or. At yung symbol for or is this one, yung parang letter V. The bonfire is burning is the proposition Q. So, we write Q. At yung symbol ng or, which is parang letter V. The tent is pitch is the proposition P. So, we write P. So, we have now the symbol Q or P. And for number 3, both the tent is pitch and the bonfire is burning. So, since we have the word both, we use parentheses. The tent is pitch is our proposition P. So, we write P. Ang keyword natin ay N. At yung symbol for N is the inverted V. So, we write this symbol. The bonfire is burning is our proposition Q. So, we write Q. So, this is now the symbol for both the tent is pitch and the bonfire is burning. So, let's have number 4 and 5. Still write the statements in symbolic forms. Let P is the proposition, the charcoal is hot. Q is the proposition, the chicken is on the grill. So, for number 4, we have the charcoal is hot and the chicken is on the grill. So, our keyword here is and. So, the symbol for N is the inverted V. The charcoal is hot is the proposition P. So, we write P. And the symbol for and is the inverted V. So, we write this symbol. The chicken is on the grill is the proposition Q. So, we write the Q. So, P and Q is the symbol for this statement. Number 5. The chicken is on the grill if and only if the charcoal is hot. So, our keyword is if and only if. So the symbol for if and only if is this one. So we are going to use this symbol. The chicken is on the grill is the proposition Q. So we write Q, and the symbol for if and only if is this one. So we write this. Ito na yung symbol ng ating if and only if. The charcoal is hot is the proposition P. So we write P. So Q, if and only if P is the symbol for this statement. Let's have the last activity. Write the symbols in statement forms. If P is the proposition, firemen work hard, and Q is the proposition, firemen wear hard hats. Number 1. This symbol is for negation, and we read this as not Q. Negation means it's the opposite of this statement. So the opposite of Q, which is firemen wear hard hats, is firemen do not wear hard hats. Number 2. The symbol is this one, the inverted V. And the keyword for inverted V is the word N. So we read this as P, N, Q. So just copy the proposition P, which is firemen work hard. So we have firemen work hard. And this symbol is N. And our Q is firemen wear hard hats. N, wear hard hats. Number 3, we have not P or Q. So this symbol is read as or. Then we have now not P, negation of P. So we get the opposite of P. Firemen work hard. And the opposite of this is firemen do not work hard. And this symbol is or. And our Q is wear hard hats. Number 4. So we have this symbol. Ang keyword sa symbol na to ay if, then. So we can read these symbols as if Q, then P. So if, write the word if, our Q is firemen wear hard hats. So just copy firemen wear hard hats. Then, the word then, and our P is firemen work hard. So then, they work hard. So the English statement for this mathematical statement is, if firemen wear hard hats, then they work hard. So again, this symbol, the keyword is if, then. And the last, number 5, we have this symbol. At yung keyword for this symbol is if and only if. So we read this as P, if and only if Q. So yung P natin is firemen work hard. So just copy firemen work hard. Then this symbol is if and only if. Then yung Q natin ay firemen wear hard hats. So we have they wear hard hats. So the English statement for this mathematical statement is firemen work hard if and only if they wear hard hats. Thank you for watching Math Aaral. Until next time, God bless!